welcome back to the channel, and finally a new video. Sorry for saying finally. Well, it's been a very long time.
Years.
On Chris's 1934 Morris commercial. I'm going to let Chris take over and he's going to tell you what the plan is. Well, not too much of the plan though.
No. I think if anyone watched the previous video, which should have gone out.
Link it up the top.
Link it up. No, I mean our previous video.
Right, yes.
We mentioned Dan was in here doing a bit of paintwork.
Yeah.
So we're now at the stage of we can move this body out because I've cleared the spray shop.
Okay.
So as the weather
As
the weather is shocking at the moment, I said to Dan, well, I've got loads for him to do outside, but not so much inside. But if he don't mind making a start on this, because what I want to do is take all this steel work off before we paint the body, and that's going to, the body's going in colour, the steel work's going to go black.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, well, it should look quite nice, shouldn't it? So I said to him, like, if he's got nothing else on at the moment, booked in, I'm happy for him to get me a head start on that. So
he can't really say no. We bribed him and gave him a free motorbike.
We have, yeah, we have. He likes a bit of variety.
He does,
boy, you know. He does. He was a plasterer up until 10 years ago, and he's built a house. Well, he's built a couple of houses for himself, but he now does a bit of anything, really. Yeah. So he can turn his hands to most things. So yeah, he's going to get me a head start on that. So, but we need to get it out first with the loader.
Right, and get that into the paint booth.
So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. And then hopefully we can get this. I've got pretty much everything I need now. I know I probably said that in the last video, but I pretty much have got everything I need now.
And all laid out nicely on a couple of nice benches.
Yeah, so we can do the final assembly and hopefully get it to a show this year. But yeah.
All right then, mate, we'll leave you to it. This video is probably going to go on for about possibly between 3 and 6 months, possibly.
I hope not. I hope it's quicker than that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really do. Yeah.
Oh well, the next time people see it, it's going to be the next bit anyway.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
We'll let you crack on.
Absolute epic moment taking this body round to the spray booth. It has been a long time coming, and I know a lot of people said, "Where's Chris been lately?" And he has genuinely been in that room with Dan, cracking on with that Morris truck. He really does want to get it done, so he stayed on it. That's the body in the spray booth. We're now going to lower that down and then hopefully start the preparation of getting everything stripped out, putting all blocks underneath it, making sure it's completely stable so it can't move anywhere.
You boys really are getting on with this now.
Yeah.
No messing about at all.
No, complete strip down, and then and what we're doing, we're pretty sure that these would universally fit anywhere. We're stamping the backs of them up, like we've started A, B, C, D, all the way around, so we can put them back on where they came off.
Their original place.
Dan's going to get on. We tried a little tester with the little sander. It looks like it's going to knock it back quite nice. So
that does feel smooth.
Yeah, so we get the top side done and then flip it and do the underside, and then while it's still upside down, paint the underside and then flip it back. And then got a...
Yeah, I'll follow you, mate.
Oh, right.
Well, I've seen it this morning.
Yep.
It's funny, the last bit of this video I've done before this, I said, we'll be back in 6 months, but it is actually the next day.
Yeah, so I was out here last night, so I got it up on stands. We had a bit of a shifty round yesterday afternoon, Dan and I, and so, yes, pretty much all the running gear's done anyway, so, but I needed the wheels off. The wheels have got to be painted, but it was more these are going in maroon, Rob. These wheel retainers. So whilst I'm painting maroon in now, I thought, well, I'll paint these at the same time. Makes more sense, doesn't it?
Sense, yeah.
So I've got to get them prepped, but while we're doing it, we prep the wheels and paint them as well, and then they can go back on. So
have you found the missing part that you couldn't find?
Yes.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, it's in that other, the 40-foot shipping container.
You was panicked yesterday,
Last summer,
you?
Dan and I put a load of stuff in there. Yeah. Forgot all about it. Yeah. So that's all good. Getting there.
All right, mate.
All right, mate.
I'll let you carry on.
Thank you very much.
So Dan and Chris are removing all of the ironwork on here so that this can be rubbed down ready and getting completely ready for paint. The top side and the underside's got to be painted, and I know that inside the bed Chris has got a bit of an idea for another colour, so I'm quite looking forward to actually seeing this done, and in the next step no doubt we will see it done. In fact, I don't even know if it's all going to be one colour and then the second colour for the inside's going in after, but I guess we're just about to find out. I think they've got that all stripped down.
Well, it has been a bit of a rush today, but paint, it is 7:30 in the evening, but supersonic work there from Dan, and he has completely prepped that body and the sides. Now, I'm not going to attempt to paint it all in one go, so I am going to go and get changed because I am pretty grubby, put a white suit on, tack that off one final time and get some paint on it hopefully. So fingers crossed I haven't got to draft Dan back in to rub it down again because I've messed it up. But it's a long time since I've painted anything this big, so hopefully it goes to plan, but we'll see.
Now I actually went home here. Chris said, right, I'm going to crack on and get this done, and I know he's excited to get it done, so I went home and we left him to it, and you can see he made short work of getting this painted, and I really do like this colour. When Chris first mentioned it I weren't sure, but as soon as the cab was done it just grows on you instantly. It really does suit it.
I'm going to make this really quick because time is getting on. The extractor has cleared the air in here, but I've took my mask off, so I am over the moon with that. That covered really well on the first coat, which I spoke to Dan in the afternoon and kind of thought it would do. There was enough room in here to do these wheel retainers, so I'm quite pleased with them as well. They've come out really nice. But yeah, I guess we'll have a proper look tomorrow when Rob's here, but just whiz around that. Doesn't seem to be too many dry spots on it. It's yeah, flowed out quite nice. Really pleased with that. Right, as I say, the time is getting on, I think. What is it? Oh, not as late as I thought, 9:27, so not too bad really, considering I washed and changed and had something to eat. So yeah, under 2 hours that, so yeah, really pleased with that. As I say, we'll have a proper look in the morning.
So with the body done now, of course you've got to move on to the sides and the tailgate, and it was a nice day, so Dan said I'm going to crack on outside and get some of it done. And of course as well, he hasn't got to wear his mask there because he's outside, so nice bit of fresh air. He's got them all flattened off and they are now ready for paint.
It's a few days later now and back in the booth. Dan has done a stellar job again getting those all prepped. A couple of evenings ago I painted the underside, or the inside, which is cured now, so I've just flipped those over and I've got the paint there in front of the fire just warming up because it is quite chilly again this evening. And we're ready to go, so I'll go and suit up, have another clean up in here, tack them down one more time and get some paint on them.
With the body done and the sides all flatted off, Chris is just prepping them, wiping them down, ready to lay on that maroon coloured paint. I'm sure he doesn't call it maroon. I'm going to get that wrong, but they are now all wiped down, dust free, heaters on in there. You can see you only need a little bit of heat in there, and he is ready to lay down the paint. And it goes on there lovely. It looks like he just gives them one coat and they're completely covered, but I know that they're going to get a few. But that's the first coat on there, and I think you'd agree they look amazing. So now back onto the truck, now the body's done, and you can see Dan working down there in the right hand corner, and I have no idea what he's doing. But it looks like he is just painting little bits up and getting the hubs all cleaned up, ready to put the wheels on. We know that they've painted the wheels and the wheels are going to be going on it soon. So just making sure everything's done underneath it. I actually popped out there, got us a drink, and you can see I've come back and we've stopped and had our morning meeting right in the middle of a bit of time-lapse, which we clearly didn't realise that we were still time-lapsing. When we did realise, we turned the time-lapse off and then, of course, turned it back on and got back onto it. So Danny's down there working in that corner. There is little bits of paintwork to do, and he's also changed all of the grease nipples around the whole truck. So I believe he is doing that as we speak. Chris went and got all new nipples for the sake of what they cost and trying to clean up the old ones and make sure they're blown out. It just made sense to put all new ones on it. So he's put them on, and you can see more little touch-ups with paint, loads of cleaning up to do because the body's been off the truck for the last couple of years, and he's just getting it ready to put on.
I am super pleased with how these have come out. I know it was a lot more work stripping all that steel work, which I think we've previously said, this steel work is original to the vehicle. When my dad first bought it in the late 80s, about 89, from a guy in Canterbury, which if I can find the photo of it, I'll include now. Yeah, can't see a lot from that photo, but this was the remains, or the steel work was on the remains of the body, and of course all the woodwork was replaced around that time with a new body before he sold the truck on. But yeah, really pleased with that. And Dan has been busy as well with the body itself, which is now back in the other garage. So let's have a quick walk around there and have a look at that. Yeah, and there's the body, pretty much ready to go back on. Just waiting for that cream to dry a bit more. That is brush painted on and matches the interior of the truck, and quite easy to touch up as well. Just thought we'd go for something different on the bed, make it pop a little bit. The headboard, as soon as that cream is hard enough, the headboard can go on, which we've got on there, laid on there ready. That can be bolted on, and then the body can be lifted back on the chassis. Although there is a couple of bits still outstanding on the cab. I've done a bit. I've put this beading back on. Probably gonna touch these brass screws in with colour, but I'm leaving it at the moment because it's got like a sealant behind there, and gonna nick them up a little bit more and squidge that sealant right in and then tidy it up. So got that to do yet. And this, I don't know if you can see, there's this beading around the top which has got to have the rubber insert put back in it. Otherwise we're going to have to end up standing on that body, and you run the risk of dropping tools and hitting the body. So I want to get that sorted, certainly around the back of the cab first. And then these bolts are incorrect, so they've got to be replaced. They were only temporary to transport the cab back from Ben the painter. But yes, I think Dan's pretty much nailed all the ironwork that goes with the body. That's the spare wheel carrier. That's a wear strip that goes along the back. Wheels are all done, which I'm pleased with them. They've come out now, nice. They're done in traditional coach paint. New tyre there for the spare. Unfortunately, it's wrong. It's got to go back. Stainless steel. Now, I know it's not correct period, but from my experience of old vehicles, you're constantly fighting a battle of the silencers rotting out, where moisture collects in there and lays in there. So I've decided on this to go for stainless. I really like the look of it, actually. Blings it up a little bit. I know you shouldn't, but you won't see any of that because this has running boards and these panels which bolt to the side of the chassis and close in the side, and the running board fits on there. So there is support brackets, angle lines basically, that come across through here. I've left them off purposely because you're forever digging your shins in them when you're working, so they've got to go on at a later date. But yeah, I think that's, I've got that gutter panel. I've put that back on around now. That's got to have the rubber insert fitted to it. But yeah, really pleased coming along now. Dan's also given those drums another coat of paint and the wheel nuts. I know when we bolt the wheels back on, it's unavoidable. The wheel nuts are going to get slightly marked, so we'll have to touch those up. But I think that's about it. We've got some U-bolts there that he's also painted and cleaned all the threads up ready. There's the bottoms of those somewhere. There's also some nuts and washers in the spray booth. I can't remember what they're for at the moment, but he's got those done. So yeah, all coming along nicely.
And here round the top you've got the seal that goes right round the top. I know that Chris would have showed this a bit more in depth, or well, maybe I can show it at the end, but there's like a seal that goes right round the top edge there, and he needs to get that rubber seal back in there and of course get it all cleaned up where it's been sat and it's got a bit of dust in it. That's the driver's side all back on. Looks quite tight to get in there. I'll have to ask him about that. And now onto the passenger side. This truck really is coming together now.
Yeah, it's up in the way then, is it?
Got to squeeze past there now, won't I? You'll have to cut this bit off, Rob. That was me, DHL. Right. Plan of attack, Dan.
What do you reckon?
Well, one's got to go there, hasn't they?
One either side, one on the back?
Yeah, so probably you and I on...
Because we're taller.
Yeah, it's probably got to go the highest, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we're going to have to come... I think we're going to have to come right back here.
Yeah.
And then go...
Shuffle along.
But it's the person... It's the person there, so I'll go there because that's the you're going to go on the back.
It's not that heavy, that front panel.
And
you,
then
you go on the back end. It's not that
we're going to go. We're going to go here, aren't we?
We're turning here, aren't we?
Yeah, you're going backwards, Rob. Are you all right? You happy?
1, 2, 3, go.
Yep.
That's him.
Right, just watch the blocks, Rob.
Yep, hang on, I'm all right.
As you go.
I'm nowhere near them, it's you two.
Yeah.
That's it, I'm round past.
Right, hold it there, guys.
We're going to fit.
Should do.
I'm on that wing
I
bracket.
think we're going to have to
I can come my way a bit.
I'm going to have to shimmy round the back.
You're right.
Yep.
Oh,
We're getting close to that trial.
We are.
mind them brackets.
But, yeah, we're all right. We're all right.
Right, want to turn.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I've
you've
got
got
to shimmy by first.
Oh, you all right?
Good old.
Well,
That was close. That was brilliant.
That was really close.
Right.
All right.
Hold on.
Right, hang on.
You need to rest it down and reposition.
No, I need to reposition it. That's it. I've got it. Right, I'm all right.
Let him get
All right, you all right?
Everyone all right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just don't go too close to the body. You all right?
Close to the body.
Of the
Oh.
back of the cab.
Yeah.
Right, it's got to go to you, isn't it? Or no?
It's a bit to me, but keep coming like we are. Right. We rest her down there. I think Rob's got to go over a bit.
Hang on, let's have a look.
To me, just a little bit more.
Right, yeah,
How's that?
that's better. But we've still got to come forward. See the cutout for this bracket?
Sorry, these studs going up the middle of the bulkhead. Do they line up in the middle of the back window?
Probably do.
Yes, I will do.
Go to you, Chris, back.
Right. I don't want to lift it till Dan lifts, so.
Yeah, I'm all right. Yep, all right.
Right.
It's got to go forward about 4 inches.
So nice and still.
That's all right, that's all right.
I don't think it's 4 inches.
Another 10 mil
Yes.
forward.
And to the right.
Right, I use your angle right on the cab though, Dan.
Yep. Yep, fine.
Sure?
We're nowhere near it. Yep. About 10 mil, I reckon.
right.
That's him.
That's got to come to you.
We're home.
Oh, right, it's not level. But when I lift this back up, it is level. So,
Rocking on something,
yeah,
aren't we?
it is. Can you see it there?
Yeah, it is. What's it rocking on?
Don't know.
If the Morris is not rocking.
I'm just going to take a bit of weight here.
Oh, hang on. Mind you don't go.
Yeah, it's too far forward, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right, get back down the front.
think we're about there.
I
think we're about there.
Yeah, because there's a cutout for this
It was
bracket.
just, it was just there. It was just riding on a, it was riding on one of those domes. But it's gone now.
One of them domes.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, around the rivets.
Look, it's not right. When you lift this end up, then it is right.
The actual-
Yeah, I suppose as
I
it
think
clamps down.
If you look at the truck as well, it's not jacked evenly. This front's higher. The truck is a bit like that if you look.
Yeah, so that
So
was
not-
adjusting, didn't
yeah.
it, actually, before we bolted
this
it
is
on.
a bit high.
Yeah. But
So that can't,
it's on.
That can't move.
No, that's it. Thank you, Rob.
Can you not temporarily just put the clamps on so it can't slide?
I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to because it's there. Those notches are there.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's wedge shaped. Yeah.
Well, obviously it's sat off the
It's sat
vehicle,
off-
and like you say,
yeah.
the vehicle.
That's too high on that corner.
We jack the chassis up.
Yeah, and level it.
All right. Shall I turn those cameras off now? Don't that look nice?
It looks sweet, doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh, that looks nice, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
I like the contrast of the maroon.
Yeah.
Where it's been off for so long. That's all.
Yeah.
Could
I don't
be,
want to block
could be
the
that,
camera,
yeah.
but
It really could be that. Yeah.
don't that look good?
Yeah.
I know it's a lot of work, but
It was worth it.
yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah.
I'm really pleased with
All
that.
them contrasts are nice.
Yeah, I think we will put these in colour though, in black, them heads. I think. We'll wait till we put a side on it. Look good, don't they?
Got a lot of room back, mate, but that bit.
Oh mate, I'll tell you, yeah, as it,
Yeah.
as all, you know, the bits go down, it's, it was like taking 3 spaces up, really.
It's been apart 3 years, 4 years.
4 years. I started taking it apart 4 years ago, so, yeah.
Are they still on? Because they won't hear me. I
They,
haven't got mine.
they are, yeah.
Well, let's cut these off then.
Thanks, mate.
Well, that was a very productive day. That body looks stunning. I am over the moon with that. That really does look good. We got those wheel arches on. That was a bit of a 2-man job. Just to be careful not to scratch anything, really. Dan had, of course, got all those brackets painted first, so that was good. He'd also got the spare wheel carrier all painted, so we decided to put that on. It's safer on the vehicle than off it, really. But yeah, it looks lovely. A few parts turned up yesterday, so new grommet for the filler neck there. New mirrors, direct replacement for the ones that came off. They're just a lot shinier. Windscreen is pretty much ready to go in. I've got the new wiper arm and wiper blade turned up, so that's got to be fitted on there. And that can be unmasked and fitted. So yeah, get coming along now. Every day seems to be a step nearer. A lot of bolt heads. Gonna need touching in with colour or black. We're going to do that all at the end, I think, once the vehicle's fully assembled, go round and touch all those in. Everything, like all this ironwork, has all been done hand painted with traditional coach paint. So we can go and touch all those bolts, nuts and bolts in, and you shouldn't be able to see them. They should match very well. So yeah, got new grease nipples in those hubs because you can't get to that once the wheel is on, so got to grease those up, and I think wheels can go on then as well. Blown that one up, ready. So yeah, really pleased though, and it's you know, it's crazy really. It's 3 or 4 years since I've really done anything on the truck, and in 2 weeks it's come along to this stage. But there you go, we're always busy, got to earn a living first. This is a hobby, this sort of thing, so it gets put on the back burner. But yeah, looking good, really pleased. Well done, Dan. I think they're getting on to the final stages here. That's the driver's side running board in position. You can see they put a bit of masking tape there to stop it getting marked. Got the bolts in there and then pulled the masking tape off. Now the passenger side one on. Again, same with that bit of masking tape. Just stops you from scratching everything. They've gone to all this trouble and so much work to get this looking as beautiful as it does. They really don't want to mark any of it. But look at that truck and look at the wheels in the background. There's a bit of a sneak peek for you. They look incredible.
So you are watching, coming towards the end of a 25-minute video, but believe me, it's been filmed over the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 and a bit weeks.
And an absolute epic amount of work. Mate, before we even get into it, the only thing I'm gutted about is your dear old dad's not going to see this.
It's a shame, isn't it?
And he would have absolutely loved it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we had the plans to do this sort of together, really, but, you know, that's one of those things. He got unwell and we never got round to it. But, yeah, so believe it or not, I've still got his ashes. We haven't spread his ashes yet because he's getting a ride out in it to go and spread his ashes. So, but that'll be in a little while when the weather's a bit nicer.
With your sisters?
With the family, like.
So I'm not sure if I'm allowed to use this word on a truck as old as this. Epic, mate. Looks absolutely epic.
Yeah.
Can I just get you to grab that camera? I just want to shut the back door.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Let's get that shut. Only because of all the noise. So talk us through it, mate.
Well, I think on the last little bit of time lapse, Dan and I was probably putting those running boards.
You was, yeah.
And then we kind of haven't really. We've been toing and froing, doing other stuff in the workshop in here, but I think we've put the wheels on since then, probably.
Yeah.
Those wheel retainers that I put in colour, which I'm really pleased with. I think that looks good. We put the sides on, and then Dan's gone along, etch primed all these nuts, washers, and then put them in coach paint. So really pleased with the look of it. I think I think when it gets some sign writing on, it's gonna look. Yeah. It
looks stunning now.
Yeah, so what else have we done, Dan? Sorry, Rob. We've had the radiator off.
Yeah.
We didn't film any of that. It was a bit of a mission, wasn't it? Because it had a dodgy lower hose.
Right.
And I bought a new length of hose, and then when we put it on there, it actually was a bit too big, so I had to buy another length. And you can see from the angle it sits at, Rob, it's quite difficult to get on there, but we've got it on. We've got no water leaks. I'd rewired it years ago, hadn't I?
Yeah.
And I had a bit of a problem with the wiring, but I found that where I've got that switch panel in there, which is hanging out at the moment, I'd got 2 wires the wrong way round.
Right.
And it was causing me no end of problems, but I've got it now. Starts, charges, the cutout works, so when you turn it off, cuts the flow to that, because that's a dyno starter, so it's a dynamo and a starter motor, so that all works. Dan's now we've proved all the wirings right. Dan's using that tape,
vintage tape stuff,
to wrap the loom, because we want to get that kind of all done before we move on to putting the front wings are the last part of the jigsaw, really.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be reaching over.
No.
Especially as how well they've come out. I mean, they are like mirrors. Ben has done an incredible bit of paintwork on it. So, yeah, they're going to be the last bit. So we're going to get that done. I've made up the new fuel pipe, which has got a bit of a coil in it that gives it a little bit of spring in it, so it doesn't sort of snap. Yeah, and pretty much, you know, be road testing it soon.
A couple of tiny bits I've noticed, and your hardcore people that really did enjoy the last series on this are going to notice you've actually changed the windscreen from bronze to black.
From brass, yes, to black, to back to original, really.
And the mirrors.
Yeah, and so the mirrors on it were brass. I've mentioned that in one of my cuttings. They're identical, apart from their chrome, and the other ones were brass. And like things like this, these will be put in colour. These screw heads. their last little finishing touches kind of thing.
Well, don't give any more away because you're going
No.
to get one more video out of this.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I honestly believe you've done an epic amount of work.
Well, Dan's done the bulk of it, to be honest.
So just for the record as well, Dan is just, he's one of Chris's mates. He's a plasterer.
Yeah.
But he's now become a full-time
Car restorer.
He's done a cracking job on it. And I should think you're probably going to do one more video on this, and this is going to be complete.
Yeah, for sure.
Isn't it? Hopefully you can get it running.
Going to try and
driving.
keep the momentum going now.
Yeah.
There's a front valance there that goes on with the front wings.
Okay.
And that will be, in the next video. Yeah.
So if anyone sees Chris missing out the videos, he's not lost interest. I'll see that in the comments.
Yeah.
He's not off sick. He is trying to get this done. He wants it completely finished. Mate, I'm going to wrap it up, but just before I do, that boat, every time I'm in here, gets a lot of...
Yep.
Just quickly, can you just tell us what it
So
is?
that's a model that my dad built.
Yeah,
He bought the hull.
yeah,
And then everything above the deck there, he's made. That is a model of the Sir Galahad. So there's a Sir Galahad that was sunk in the Falklands War, but this is the original Sir Galahad, and it was a minesweeper during the Second World War.
Okay,
so he made a replica along with other. I've got quite a few of his models that he made. Thames sailing barges, sailing yachts. So that's yes.
I just didn't want to attempt to explain what it is.
No.
Mate, it's a video in your car. You might as well wrap it up for the first time ever.
Well, thanks to everybody for watching. Sorry it's been so long coming. Give us a thumbs up.
If you enjoy it.
Yeah, and
We'll see you very, very soon.
we'll see you very soon in the
in
next
the next one. Don't forget, like, subscribe and share. You can follow us on all of our other socials in the description down below. Have a great evening, everyone, and we'll see you Sunday in the next one.